Live Life Being Adored, the art of celebrating everything there is in life, a podcast all about hosting, having, and attending amazing celebrations. Gathering matters, and you'll join me, award-winning event designer and publisher of Adore magazine, Kat Manx, as we delve into unique ways to have celebrations, why we have them, and the unique stories behind them, including places, people, themes, unique inspiration, meaningful events, and more. We touch on all kinds of celebrations and facets of them, from weddings, award shows, corporate gatherings, social events, kids' parties, birthdays, anniversaries, and the art of celebrating our gifts, purpose, and what we were created to do, which is gather. Hey guys, it's your friend Kat Manx with Live Life Being Adored. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Live Life Being Adored. I'm Kat Manx, the owner of Adore Productions and the publisher of Adore Magazine, a celebration and lifestyle publication. Adore Magazine aims to help people celebrate every milestone in their life and showcase it, tell the stories behind all those celebrations, and inspire others to show love for those around you, for your accomplishments, and all of our milestones, because you only live once, right? So, today we are going to be chatting a bit about color. Color is all around us in events now. I feel like for a long time, events were very much played safe, especially coming out of the pandemic. People were really playing it safe, and now people are ready to use it as an art piece, and it excites me. It is exciting. I love working with color. I love people that want to do bold, dramatic events. That's always been something that I have loved in planning events and helping people either market their product or showcase something about themselves. So the idea of using color as an art piece in events, and the fact that it is so widely popular and is going to continue to be popular in 2024 is just thrilling to me. And I know it is to a lot of people, because right now I am in the thick of not to say that events don't happen all year round, because all different types of events happen all the time, right? But I am in the thick of putting out proposals for new incoming events for next spring and summer and fall. So with that said, we are going to break down great ways to use color in your events. You might even be inspired enough to use them in your home. And we're going to talk about some of the new bold color choices that are coming out and going to be popular in 2024. So if you haven't picked up your new issue of Adore Magazine, the With Love issue, I guarantee that you will love the color feature that we do in there. The color of the year for 2023 was magenta. And it obviously was very well widely known with the release of the Barbie movie, and people were all of a sudden using bright pink and magenta all over the place. We saw it everywhere, all over social media. Every time you walk into a store, there's pink explosions everywhere. Even men are celebrating the color pink, which is so much fun, and I love that. Who doesn't love a man that loves pink, right? So with that said, moving into 2023 or 2024 actually, we are going to see again some really amazing bold color choices and an homage, I think, to the 70s style with some of the colors that are going to be popular. And we frame those out for you, what our forecasts are according to what the Pantone website says, and what we're seeing like in fashion and in home decor and design. And we break that all down in the new issue of Adore Magazine. And if you are just listening and not watching the YouTube video, if you go to the YouTube video, we'll flash a little excerpt from that feature in the New With Love issue, but pick up the issue, use it as kind of a format if you are planning any celebrations, or if you are planning to host anything in your home, or even if you're just wanting something fresh and new for your home. We are a lifestyle publication, so we don't just focus on celebrations. We also focus on home, and so many events happen in home, and it's just fun to freshen up your home if you're planning a celebration or not. But obviously, we all have some things to celebrate at different times of the year, and it's really fun to switch out how you display your love for that celebration, or how you display your objects and decor and translate that with the trend, the on-trend colors. One of the ways or examples that we see people do this with home and celebration is, it's fall right now, and one of the ways that people love to decorate is with pumpkins. And something that's very popular right now is colorful pumpkins and on-trend color pumpkins. So that's one example of how you can use something in abundance in certain colors that are on trend. So some of the on-trend colors, there are going to be two main ones that we are looking at for 2024. And one of them is a persimmon. It's like an orangey peach. And the other one is like an olive green. Those are going to be the two main color trends for 2024, is what we're seeing and what we think. But also a softer muted tone. So instead of black background or dark brown wood, we're seeing lighter woods. We're seeing much lighter, just monochromatic colors. So instead of a black napkin or a black furniture, or any kind of black in a event decor or home decor, you're going to see more of like grays, a light like silvery cloud gray, and then also dark deep forest green, or even a chocolatey charcoal brown. And something that I can relate that to in talking about how 70s are going to be a big piece of 70s style is going to be a big piece of 2024 in design, is that if you think about like mid-century modern furniture, in fact, actually, I'm sitting on a piece right now that's mid-century modern. If you think about mid-century modern furniture and the texture, like that tweed is becoming very popular too for 2024 and moving into 2024. And if you think about like some of the furniture in the 70s that had that textural element to it. So let's talk about all of the great ways that you can bring color into your celebrations and your events. There are a multitude of options, so many more than just a standard linen tablecloth. There are so many great ways to bring color into your celebrations and have it be a statement. This 2023 is really seeing the rise of something that we call a flower flash. And a flower flash is a display of florals, but in not so perfect. So like in the last 5 years, the flower wall became very popular. And that was just like a big sheet of florals. A flower flash, however, is more of a like an artistic design, something that you might see in like an impressionist painting, and like how they would paint like a floral display on a table with fruit and different things. So if you think about that, but in a larger scale, that would be a flower flash. So that is a great way to bring art and color into your celebration, no matter what it will be, whether it's outside or inside, in an entrance, as a backdrop, It could even be just an area where you have furniture set up for people to enjoy cocktails, and then this flower flash is happening behind them. The flower flash is just going to be explosive even more in the beginning and middle of 2024, I think. And I think, too, talking about the fact that people are just being more artistic with and literal with how they use color and design in their events. So everyone is designing with the idea that instead of trying to put the same centerpiece on every single table, people are designing with more artistic thought and making like an area a statement. So more statement design versus impact with doing the same florals on every single table. Sometimes people, even if you're just doing a high-low, so you're doing high on some tables and low on others, people are becoming more literal and making it like a showpiece when you walk in. And a great example of this too is champagne walls and how popular they've become. Not just with champagne now, it's with doing a statement with food or using the idea of what a champagne wall was and making a statement, a large statement piece, and making it look like art as people walk in. And often what you're doing is incorporating a bold impact of color as you walk into an event, and it might not even just be when you walk into an event. It might be the way that you display the food, and the food is all the same color, and it's a big wall of appetizers that are all the same color that people can just grab. So using elements, incorporating your main colors in your event and using it as a statement art piece is just, it has been a very big thing for events in the last especially probably 6-8 months, but we will see that continue on through 2024 and be even more so. Another way to do a great flower flash is one hanging from a ceiling. And you can suspend a floral piece, whether it be fresh or eco-friendly silk. You can suspend it from a ceiling and have that be overhead in a section of your room and have it be a wow factor, and without having to dress every single table with a large centerpiece, because you have the wow factor overhead, and so it creates this ambience. I do want to go over the fact that you can do great things with lighting. Lighting is amazing if you can fit it into your budget. Obviously, lighting is always a great way to do color in an event and really make a big impact. But with lighting, you do have to have a lot of it to fill a room. So if you want to always make sure that if you're doing like wall washes, that you're doing it every about 10 feet to really have it be noticeable and impactful. And that's just the wall wash. That's not even, a lighting design on a floor or a ceiling. So if you want to, or pin spotting on tables, that's a whole nother way to have color be incorporated into a room. But for sure, lighting is always a fantastic way to wash a room with color and really change the whole aura about how people feel when they're in that room. And I'm going to post a link to information about chakra colors, because I always love when people are really intentional when they're picking colors and how they want their event to feel. It's one of the things that I love when I sit down with somebody and I break down how we're going to design their event and why they chose the colors that they chose and how they want their guests to feel at the event if they haven't already chosen their colors. then we can break down like, okay, this color means this and this color means that. And you might connect well based on your personality, based on your personality with a certain color. So if very much, I'm a Pisces, I very much identify with water and, just flow and calm. So a color that I might naturally choose for an event would be like a light blue to soften and make things calm and peaceful. Or if I'm doing like a certain theme of an event and I really want people to feel energized, I might choose red or orange colors. That persimmon color would be great if you want people to feel like energized and fresh and new. That would be a great color option for you. But just because they say that there's a certain color of the year that's like on trend, you don't have to pick that color. It's just mainly colors of the year are great for, yes, incorporating it into like if you're a business and you're trying to do a marketing event for a product or if you're launching something in specific, color choices are really going to make a big difference to enhance versus like a wedding where you would choose like colors of your own liking most of the time. However, a huge trend for events right now is content creation. People are hiring content creators for their events, whether they be weddings or any kind of celebration. And a content creator basically goes around and films all the behind the scenes stuff. The photographer is there, getting like the perfect shots and documenting your guests and all that. But your content creator is more of the detail person that is making things look like how is unfolding the story, how it's happening. And so for that reason, if you are somebody who is getting married or throwing a social style event, birthday, anniversary, engagement, those kinds of things, you might want to be thinking about on-trend colors because the whole idea behind having a content creator at your event is to get views of your pictures. So if you're looking to get views, you want to be on trend with what you are putting out on social media. Moving on, other ways to incorporate color with on-trend ideas is and has been furniture. But one thing that is becoming more popular in the terms of furniture at an event is flooring and rugs, covering dance floors with a certain color of vinyl. And I mean, obviously, if you're branding your company and you'd want to do your logo or whatever, but you might also want to do a saying with on-trend colors on a floor or a dance floor. And there are vinyl wraps that you can get laid on dance floors and on floors for that reason. Another way to do it is with large rugs, area rugs that are in the colors of your event, and you can choose, a multitude of colors. Something that's been very popular in 2023 has been the bohemian Persian rug look for aisles. So a lot of people were using Persian rugs and different size rugs for aisle runners that were multicolored, and to go along with that multicolor floral table setting trend that you've been seeing a lot, which is just like a flash of bud vases all the way down a table with candles and in multicolored flowers. That lends to that trend. So we're going to see that trend of flooring and incorporating color through flooring, whether that be, a painted floor, a vinyl wrap, or rugs. We're going to be seeing a lot of that in 2024. Obviously, furniture, bringing colorful furniture into events has been popular for a while and is very on trend, especially when it's just an event outdoors. So if you're bringing the inside outside, so what you would normally see for indoor furniture outside, that's something really fun and unique. And if you do it if you want to do it in a impactful way, you can do that with furniture in certain colors. So for example, Adore has a collection of furniture in monochrome and then blush tones. And we love to incorporate that with, cocktail seating areas and different things like that. Other great ways to incorporate color in your event is, of course, with paper. Paper stationery, whether that be your paper printed signage or the menu cards, the table cards, all using the color that blends with your theme or an on-trend color, really making that impactful pop. People have really gotten away from doing as much for linens and are leaning more towards doing a placemat or doing a very simplistic napkin, but for sure doing a big pop with the menu card. Or if you're doing a business event, doing a schedule that's placed at each seating area or chair. So that's very popular in using color paper and paper goods and stationery, place cards instead of your traditional whites and creams. I think too, being very intentional about every section of your event and really looking at, okay, so what can we do with a bar front? You have all these different surfaces that people will be drawn to. So where can you make the biggest impact and incorporate color to fill a room? Color really does transform spaces. So if you're thinking about what a bar front would look like in a color, could you wrap a bar in a color instead of doing just a linen? Or rent a bar that is a specific color that lends to your palette of your event. There are so many ways and so many surfaces to think of, and I think it's important to make a list of all the different areas that you can incorporate color in your events and even in your home too, and think about it to be very intentional and have it be artistic. Event planning and event design and home design and interior design go hand in hand, and they are an art. So really making your event or your celebration a work of art makes people feel so special. And I can't tell you enough like how people feel when they sit down and they see like just this very well thought out area, and it makes them feel like they matter. And that's why you're putting on the event in the first place, right? So I love when people are just very intentional, and you can just tell how very well thought out color placement and detail are when you go to a celebration. And when I am planning with a client, I always want to make sure that I'm helping them understand that how a guest experience. So thank you so much for joining us today here on Live Life Being Adored. Adore Magazine and Adore Productions aims to help you find the perfect items, perfect people, perfect everything to celebrate all your occasions, whether they be business related, social, weddings, anything. And obviously also because Adore Magazine is an inspirational celebration and lifestyle publication, we want to help you have better home, better connection with those you love. And so check out Adore Magazine, and thank you for joining us on Live Life Being Adored. Until next time, live life being adored. Have a great day.